on board Windstar, one of Windstar Cruises wind class motor sailing yachts, I think they're called. MSY, motor sailing yacht. She is incredible. She's beautiful. Like a rigged ship, really. Yesterday we were in Elba, and we docked in Portaferro, which is Iron Port, it's called, because Elba used to mine lots of iron, and this was the port of which it was shipped out to the mainland. So Elba was beautiful. I've been to Elba before once with Azamara, and we docked in the same place. Small ships go to nice small places. Yeah, it was gorgeous, really nice. I did an excursion with Windstar, and we went on, what did we do? It was a wine tasting and a visit to Porto Azoro, which is a port on the other side of the island. So we had a scenic drive over there, and then had spare time to walk around there. It was really nice because nowhere was open, which I'm sure most people probably didn't like, but I liked, because you could walk around, just get a real feel for the place. I'd been there once before, but I didn't really remember until I heard the ducks. Now, if you've been to Porto Azoro, you will remember the ducks. They're so loud. They swim in the marina. There's loads of them, loads. And they're gorgeous, yeah. So walked around there. I walked along the beach, really, along the water. Most people seem to. Some people went for coffee. There was cafes open to have an Italian cappuccino. So take some euros with you, or cards. I always carry my Monzo card, which is handy. Then we went wine tasting. So I don't drink. I mean, I drink like a unit a year or something. Really don't drink much at all. And I thought, though, I'm gonna go. I want to show people what excursions are like, and I knew that vineyards are usually very beautiful. So I went to this vineyard, and it was on the oldest farm on Elba, on the island. And Napoleon apparently once admired the view from there. Actually, it was quite sweet because on the sort of lawn that we were in, and like a marquee, well, no, it's like a permanent marquee building we were in, there was a view across the bay of our ship, so that was nice. And then we tried a white, rosé, and a red, and people could try a dessert wine as well. And there were lots of like nibbles and pesto bits and to try as well. And then something they called, what did they call it? Something drunken cake or something. I think it had been soaked in dessert wine. I had a bit of the cake. I didn't have the dessert wine, but the cake was nice. And then after that, we were driven back to the ship. There were probably, I don't know, about 25 of us or something on that tour. And then after the tour, I didn't get back on the ship immediately. I went to explore Portaferro. And it was lovely. And I decided, because I'm not swimming on this ship, because the pool is plunge pool. It's I mean, it's the size of the ship. I'm not expecting a blooming, lap pool. It's lovely for, the size of the ship, but I can't be swimming a mile in there, do you know? So I was like, well, if I'm not swimming, I need to walk. So went for a walk in I was gonna say Bastia, but that's where I've been today, in Portaferro, and I decided, right, I'm gonna go up, because the more steps and the more altitude, the more calories burnt. So up I went, and I went to the two forts that are high above the marina and the town, and then took photos and admired the view. The higher up, the less people there are as well, although it's really quiet. It was literally just our ship there, and we're like 138, I think the captain said yesterday. So, I mean, that's the joy of small ships. You don't flood the town with people. There's 138 of us, I think. So I eventually then came back round to the town. As I walked back down into where the ship is docked, I went past this ice cream shop that our tour guide yesterday morning, recommended, said it was really good. And then it was so busy, and my cabin steward was sat outside, and we fist bumped each other. Fist bumping's a big thing on Azamara as well. People aren't into the shaking hands after COVID. But yeah, we were like, ah, it's you. He was there with his friends having a coffee, and they were all having ice cream, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. They're having time to have ice cream. And then later on in the evening, I had dinner with the hotel director, and he told us that basically Windstar opens a tab in that ice cream shop on the big when we dock, and then the crew are all able to go off and charge the ice cream to the ship, and then at the end of the day, the purser, I guess, goes off and pays for the bill for everyone's ice cream, because the sort of cruise, he's the shore excursion person, but he's kind of like the cruise director equivalent, because with this being a small ship. And he told us, he's like, oh, everyone's going to be excited about gelato tomorrow, like the crew are going to love their gelato tomorrow. And we were like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was amazing. They paid for the whole crew to have gelato, and I think that's amazing. And actually, the crew I've spoken to, there's a gentleman that waited on me a few nights ago, and I've seen him around and say hello. We know each other's name now. I've forgotten his now, but he's lovely. And he was telling me that he used to work for another cruise line, a very big cruise line, and he said he had to work 7 months on and had, I think it was 2 months off, whereas on Windstar he works, oh god, I can't remember, it was either 3 or 4 months and then 2 months off, so it works much better for him. Yeah, so yesterday, so I came back on board after my walk. The ship wasn't leaving till 10, so I came in, got ready for dinner, had this invite to dinner on a table hosted by the hotel director, Calvin, and the spa director, Melissa. I think it was Melissa. Yes, Melissa or Melissa. And so I went to the evening. Every evening there's like a presentation about the port the next day you can go to, which I'm going to go to soon actually. And then went to that, learned all about Bastia, which I've been at today, and then there was a captain's welcome on board, which was great. And you know, like all the cruise lines, he introduces you to all the senior staff and crew, and then and there were like canapes and drinks going round if you wanted, and then I went to dinner. Yeah, so Calvin, the hotel director, hosted the table, and he's from Mumbai, so we were talking about Mumbai because I've been on a cruise there. He was asking if any of us had been, and then another couple, so it was me, a couple from London, another couple from America, and then Melissa, who's from South Africa, and then Calvin from India. So we had a wonderful time, delicious menu and meal. I had, what did I have to start? Oh, like a Parma ham cheese kind of plate, and then, which was delicious, and then I had, what did I have for main? Oh, a duck a la orange, which is something I wouldn't usually order, but the waiter had suggested it, so I was like, well, he knows best. So yeah, I tried that, and it was delicious actually. I would have usually gone for the beef Wellington, but I tried the duck, which is sad really, considering I've just been saying how lovely the ducks are in Porto Azoro, and then I ate one of their friends. Oh dear, oh well. And then what did I do in the evening? Oh, and then so we all got on really well on the table, talking about all our adventures and our cruises, and then I think, oh, and then one of them decided and invited us all to join a team for the game show that evening, Name That Tune. So we all joined and went to play, and I was atrocious. I don't know my tunes, but I brought enthusiasm and, you know, optimism to the quiz. No, it was good fun. It's good fun. And then I did excuse myself after because I wanted to see Sail Away. So Sail Away was at 10 o'clock, so I went up on deck to watch Sail Away, and this other gentleman, I started talking with him, a gentleman from Pennsylvania, an old guy who was lovely. We had a chat for 10 minutes or so, and then I watched Sail Away for a little bit. Went round to the front. You can stand in front of the bridge and watch. So went there, and then came back and went to bed. And then we sailed overnight to Bastia, which is in Corsica in France. And we've literally just left. So I'm going to go now because I want to go and see the shore excursion presentation. It's not a shore excursion, a port presentation about our port tomorrow, which I think is Calvi, still in Corsica. And also it's a tender port, so I think they might tell us about tendering on this ship. So I'm going to go now and see that. And then I might do a live later and tell you all about Bastia and the shore excursion I did here today, which was excellent as well. Thank you for watching.